Welcome back to AM Northwest. Our next guest is out to prove that size doesn't matter when it comes to enjoying the great outdoors. Here to share some inspiration, we welcome plus-size hiking enthusiast Sylvia Malan-Gonzalez. Good to have you with us.
Oh, I'm excited to be here.
You're a Portland girl, we know.
Yes.
Okay, first of all, though, let's talk about what got you inspired to take a hike. And then continue from there, because you've done, to take a hike, it sounds like, oh, she went for a walk, but you have really been busy taking hikes.
Oh yeah, I usually hike every week of the year.
Oh, okay.
So I'm a teacher.
Yeah.
And during COVID, that happened, and everybody was like indoors and teaching. And so my main thing to socialize was to play board games and like Dungeons and Dragons, because I am a nerd with my husband and our friends. But then those games kind of fell out because people moved on with their lives and got into other hobbies. And so I always like to be active, but we had been inside for a long time. So I was like thinking, what can I do to get outside and do something different, but something I could feel comfortable that's not going to be intimidating.
Sure.
And so then I saw my friend, Megan Egelhoff, who grew up here too, but she lives in Texas, and she was posting like hikes that she was doing, and it was for a challenge called the 52 hike challenge. And
52 miles? 52
hikes.
52 hikes.
52 weeks in a year, so a hike for every week.
Okay,
but
great.
We started in late 22, like in the fall. So I wasn't signing up for the challenge yet, but I thought, hey, that was cool. Let me do like a small goal of getting out like maybe like twice a month.
Perfect.
And we had really a lot of fun doing that.
Yeah.
It was, it was kind of scary because some of the hikes, I wasn't didn't have the knowledge of a hiker yet and being prepared, but and I just decided, oh, maybe I'll try this challenge. Maybe I'll sign up for the next coming year for 2023. And I was like, a little nervous about doing that because sometimes, not following through on a goal can be a disappointment.
Sure. But you've been doing it.
Yes.
Right? And what have you felt, how have you felt differently about yourself? And like, what has been your biggest hike, your longest hike?
My longest hike, which one gave me a lot of anxiety, was Eagle Creek.
Okay.
Because that can be like 14 miles because it's like 7 miles one way.
Yeah.
And then 7 miles back. And it's to Tunnel Falls, which is a really, exciting thing that a lot of people on Instagram, they see it, they want to do it, but then they don't understand what they're signing up for.
There. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my longest hike. But the thing about doing the challenge is that you only have to do a mile.
Right.
And to do a hike, it doesn't have to be anything like super, scary with the terrain. It can just be like a walk in the park, really. But I think it's just more about like committing to it and trying to make time for it.
And you feel better physically, mentally, when you're out in this gorgeous, I'm seeing your husband has clearly taken some great pictures, gorgeous scenery. That must feel good for you.
I do feel better mentally because as a teacher, you can have a lot of anxiety. Yeah. And, especially with, your job and all the responsibilities that you have.
Absolutely.
And just getting out once a week, it's like you forget everything. And it's just like you're, enjoying your relationship with nature and not worrying about all the other things that are going on in your life.
What did you learn that you needed? I'm assuming good hiking shoes. Mm-hmm. Okay.
You also need to have like a day pack. You need to have water, hydration. You need to have maybe fire just in case.
Just in case, right.
You need to have like a light element if you're out past like a certain time after like 5 o'clock because we live in, daylight saving time.
First of all, have you gotten lost yet? Because I would.
I have gotten lost because of old trails.
Oh, okay.
Not because of my own personal navigation.
Right.
I have a natural hone to be able to find where I need to go.
Must be nice.
That's the joke with all trails is like they update their maps as you give feedback. You're like, this is not real.
Yeah.
It's good to download the maps just in case.
What do you hope? Who do you hope to inspire?
I want to inspire people that look like me. And I think the biggest thing about the outdoors is you don't see a body like mine. You don't see gear being made for a body like mine.
Right.
So sometimes people feel like, oh, this space is not for me.
Right.
But it is. And also, to be a hiker, like I said, it doesn't have to be like climbing a big mountain.
Right. I think we just had shots of you hiking Mount St. Helens.
Yeah, that I did last year.
Good job.
That was after like 2 years of doing the challenge
Right.
every week, and that took a little more training. And one of my goals last year was to get back into the gym, which is a fear I had. But hiking helped me with rebuilding my relationship with exercise. So then when I felt like I was confident in that, then I felt like, oh, I can be confident to go back in the gym and do bigger things like climb Mount St. Helens.
Right. And you do a lot of hikes with your husband, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's the one who has been, the unpaid filmmaker that films me, and he's a big support.
Yeah. And you post a lot of this, so you're an influencer, essentially.
I
right?
have become one.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what kind of response are you getting?
I'm getting usually positive and negative responses,
Yeah.
but you got to take both hand in hand because
Right.
the negative does feed the positive.
Oh, okay.
It's
Okay.
kind of like the machine, you
Right.
know. But I don't get a lot of negative all the time. I usually get a very positive response, and I inspire other people to also want to get out and do hikes
Yeah.
and sign up for the challenge as well.
And you have a hike coming up, right? That you're
yeah.
encouraging people to join you.
I'm going to be collaborating with Ashley from Your Nature Network, and we're
Okay.
going to be leading a Valentine's Day hike together. And it's going to be in the morning at Tualatin Hills Nature Park. And it's also the time that people are really going to be watching and taking data on birds.
Oh, cool.
So we're
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
do.
yeah, that's
I'm
fun.
also into like bird watching this year,
Yeah.
so it'll be a good way to like update bird knowledge
Yeah.
onto Merlin ID.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of like the week
I love
in
it.
February that people are like collecting data on
Yeah.
birds.
All right, we're going to put a link to your Instagram, also the information
Yeah.
about the hike on Valentine's Day. That should be fun. And good job. That's awesome. You should be proud of yourself, seriously.
Thank
Good
you.
job. All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest.